So maybe I'll just discuss in brief what the Apology is about. The Socratic meditation upon death is perhaps best represented in this dialogue. That's why I wanted to focus on it. The Apology itself is a dialogue in which Socrates gives a speech of legal self-defense to during his trial, in which he's been charged for impiety and corruption of the Athenian citizenry. And specifically, he's charged with corrupting the youth and not believing in the gods in whom the city believes in, as well as believing. Well, essentially, I just said it there. Believing in the gods that the city of Athens doesn't approve in. So if he's charged as guilty, then his penalty is death in this dialogue. And within his speech in this dialogue, Socrates addresses questions that have bearing on the meditation upon death. And these include philosophical issues of the fear of death, the issue of whether or not one can know what happens when one dies, and the appropriate attitude and the optimal practical stance that one should take toward death. And in his meditation on the nature of death, Socrates declares to his accusers that the unexamined life is not worth living. So clearly, Socrates is examining the nature of death in the Apology and its many aspects. He avoids the fate that he admonishes his accusers against. His examination of the nature of death in the Apology, I think, is exemplary of the examined life most worth living. And so I thought what we could do in our own, I suppose, meditation on death is to examine some of the key epistemological and ethical questions that are explored in the Apology. And I think that I'd like to focus on some of the key passages within the Apology to this end. What I would like to go over are some propositions that I have formulated on the basis of my reading of these passages, and because I think they really get to, in some sense, what Socrates' meditation upon death is all about. So I thought I'd briefly just read over the passage or the salient bits of it briefly, and then I thought we could reflect on its implications for meditating upon death,